to plant people, and here I am at Yogi.Town.guru headquarters with the amazing Val. Hi, Val.
Hello.
So, Val, what is this thing behind me? What are we doing?
We are going to screen print the mantra design into a t-shirt.
Awesome. And which design are we doing?
We're doing this.
Ooh,
Which
Loka.
is a mantras, yes. So it's Loka, Samasta, Sukhino, Bhavantu.
Amazing. What does it mean?
May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, words, and actions contribute in some way to the happiness and to the freedom for all beings.
It's like my favorite mantra, and it fits in so perfectly with what we talked about in our interview about ahimsa, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And I like how it says all beings. So animal beings and human beings, not just human beings.
Yes. Beautiful. Let's get to it. Yay. Yeah. Val starts by lining up her design on the board that the fabric will go onto. The screen is then lined up with this design to make sure that it's in the perfect place. She next makes a marking for where the neckline of the t-shirt or singlet is going to be. This is going to make sure that the design is centered. Now this is a nifty trick. This is glue. So she spreads glue really fine over the board and lets it go tacky. What this does is when you put the fabric on, it holds it steady. The screen gets a little wet down. This removes any little residue or dust. It also helps the paint to spread evenly when the paint is put on. And here is the paint. We were laughing that it looks like icing. It's so creamy and so white. So she lays it at just one end of the design on the screen. She spreads it so it covers the complete design, so it's all ready to go for when she sits it down onto the fabric. The fabric is then placed on top of the board, lining up the neckline with the mark that she made earlier. She spreads the fabric out to make sure there are absolutely no creases whatsoever. She pulls the screen on top and lines it up, getting ready to press the screen on top of the fabric. Once it's in place, Val uses quite a lot of pressure and pulls the paint across the design. She moves in the same direction so that the paint doesn't bleed. She lifts the screen off the fabric and pushes the paint back over the design to make sure it doesn't dry out. And look at that. You can see in the left-hand corner there near the armpit that there's a little bit of paint missing, but that doesn't matter. You always go over it a second time. So Val's gonna dry it with a heat gun, so it's touch dry now. And now that it's touch dry, she's gonna replace the screen on top and she's gonna go over the design again. She presses firmly down onto the paint and pulls it slightly on the diagonal to make sure that she gets that little area that was missed before. Up it comes, and here we are. How incredible is that? Val uses the heat gun to dry the paint as she's going to put another little design on the back of the t-shirt. This is a set your intentions design. She puts this on her singlets and t-shirts, and so she simply repeats the whole process again. it is, the little set your intention design. How sweet is that? Now this is a really essential machine. It's an infrared curing system, and what it does is it heats the paint and sets the paint into the fabric. It's a very, very important part of the process. So the shirt or fabric or whatever Zal is working on will go through a couple of times on each side to make sure that the paint is really, really set. That way the fabric can be washed without having to worry about the paint going anywhere. Val likes to put a couple of finishing touches on here. She is adding a little Yogi Town tag to the bottom of the shirt. Last thing Val does is attach her handmade little cardboard swing tags. These are so beautiful and they have a little story of Yogi Town on them. So with the magic of television, here we are, and look, isn't that amazing? Show them the back, Val. That is an incredible thing that you do. Can you tell us the difference between your printing press that's kind of really important because of you using non-animal products?
So all the fibers are from plants. The inks are water-based, so they dissolve in water. And it's not animal things involved into the process.
Yeah, and what about the screens? The screens
yes, so a lot of people call screen printing silk screen, but these screens are made out of polyester mesh, so it's not any animal product.
Great. So good. Thank you so much for showing us how to print your beautiful t-shirts. It's been really fun for me. I've had such a great time here today. And if you want to catch Val and look at all of her beautiful stuff, you go to Yogitown.guru on Instagram.
Yes, Yogitown.guru.
And Yogitown.guru is the website as well, super easy. And if you want to get in amongst the mending stuff that Val is doing, it's Yogitown.mending, right?
Yep, that's
Awesome.
right.
Thank you so much. This is beautiful. I'm so lucky. Can I take that home?
Of course.
Yay! All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us again, and we'll see you next time on Plant People. See ya.
Bye.
Thanks. Well, that's it for this episode of Plant People. Don't forget to comment, hit like, and subscribe. And follow us on Instagram at plantpeople.tv. And if you are a plant person or you know any plant people, hit us up in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.